What's up everyone, Kyle Marlett here, welcome to Unwrapped, presented by MurphysMagic.com. Hey y'all, Kyle Marlett here. I say y'all because I'm in the middle of Oklahoma at my hotel. Just woke up, pretty tired, kind of tired, but we're gonna have a good Unwrapped. This week on Unwrapped I have two things. One is a download by Christopher Wiehl. It's Seattle's finest, which is a really fun effect. And the other one is a DVD called The Eden Project by my good friend Geraint Clarke, and it's 3D mentalism effects that we're getting into. So right now let's take a look at a live performance of one effect from The Eden Project. I'm on my phone and I got this brand new app. It's pretty hip, it's pretty cool. It's called The Calculator. I don't know if you ever heard of it or not. It's a thing. But Riley, I'm going to have you take my phone, and I want you to put, don't let me see, okay? But I want you to type in a 4-digit number that means something to you. So it could be your birthday, it could be your PIN code to your phone, it could be whatever, something that only you would know, or at least something I wouldn't know. Make sense? Got it? Now let's add a number. So hit add. Okay, there you go. And let's pass it over here. Is this your sister? See what I did there? All right, high five. See, you owe me for that. No, but pass it to her. What, did you put your number in? Okay, go ahead, put it in. Sorry, go ahead, put it in. Okay, and now hit add. Now pass it over to her, and I want you to put just put a number to you. It doesn't even matter if it's 4 digits or not. Just put whatever number means something to you. Okay, now hit times. So we're making a random number is what we're doing, right? Because there's no way I can know what number you put. There's no way I can put what number you put. And pass it to you, sir, if you would. Now, you hit times, right? Now, you just put a 2-digit number in. Okay? Whatever 2-digit number. But don't hit equal yet. So at this point, you've all put random numbers. There's no way I can know. So you times it by 80, right? And now, Ashley, is it? Right? Ashley? Now, Ashley, you have been holding on to my prediction. Okay, we're going to equal this out. And it comes out to this, okay? 49,678, right? But if you imagine this, that's crazy, right? There's random numbers. You put a 4-digit, you put, and then you do it, right? There's no way I can know. Now, you've been holding on my prediction, right? Check this out. My prediction, 49,678, my prediction from earlier. 49,678. High fives all around. High fives, high fives, high fives, high fives, high fives. I could have produced a tiger. I wouldn't make her impressed. Look at that. She doesn't care. But, all right. Thank you so much for watching, guys. All right? All right. So that was one effect from the Eden Project by Geraint Clarke. First of all, the Eden Project DVD is very well shot. It's been produced by Enigma, so therefore it's super good quality. Everything they've done so far is really good. It's just sounded really great. The packaging of the DVD is really nice. It's a one of these things that's in a sleeve, so it's like a DVD case in a sleeve, which is really nice. On the DVD there are 3 effects from Geraint that they're all magic with iPhones, and technically smartphones, because a lot of this can be transitioned into Androids and things like that, but they're taught using an iPhone. The effects are really good. There's 3 effects. I'm going to try to remember all the names. There's Non-Toxic, Fate 2.0, and Passcode, I want to say. I forget the first one, but I'll tell you about it right now. So the first one, which I think is called Passcode, could be wrong, is basically you divine the PIN number or the passcode on someone's phone. And this one was one of the ones that the method I wasn't crazy impressed with because it's something that I've been doing for a long time, but Geraint has really great advice on how to accomplish this. When you watch the performance, if you go back and look at the performance on the demo or anything like that, you'll be thoroughly fooled because it looks just pure magic. There's nothing prearranged or anything to that matter. And that's completely true. There's no lies there. There's nothing prearranged. Without even touching the spectator's phone, you can tell them what their passcode is. The method, you might be, I wouldn't say disappointed in the method in any way, because the method is great, and it's like I said, it's something that I do on a regular basis, and I even do it further on. Like I even go further than what Geraint has done, and I even do it with other things that aren't passcodes. So if you get it, really take this advice and go for it and try it, because you'd be surprised how easy it is and how great it works. Then you move on to the effect which I performed called non-toxic. It's a basically Geraint's updated version of the classic toxic effect, which I'm not sure, I'm not a history buff, so I don't know who created toxic, but it's a classic thing. Toxic was an old thing that you could do with a calculator, where with the process of teaching, you have the spectator take a calculator on a phone, or when it was created on an actual calculator, you have them type in certain things, you have them times it, plus it, you know, all these multiply, like, it's just, you make a big mess and a large number, and then when they equal it out, it matches your prediction. But one thing that Geraint has done that's so smart, and it's funny because I've had this problem so many times, so I'm really glad Geraint has come up with something that fixes this problem. With toxic, it's a very, you have to be very exact with your verbiage for the audience. You have to be very exact, like, you know, make sure you type in your number and make sure you add it, right? Or you have to be very, very important that you have them times it. And the problem is that what Geraint used as an example, like if you're performing this in a bar and a person is intoxicated and they're going to mess up, they're going to hit equal out or clear it out, which is going to ruin everything, right? But here's the thing, you don't even have to be intoxicated to do that. Some people just, like if you do this on stage or in a performance situation, you get people up on stage, they're under lights and under pressure and stuff, you know, they're gonna mess up and they're not gonna hear you, and then they're gonna clear it out, which ruins everything, right? So it has nothing to do with like being intoxicated or anything like that. It's just normal people make mistakes, and they want to help you as the magician fix that mistake by cleaning it out and starting over, which can't be done. Luckily, with non-toxic by Geraint, you can have the spectator do whatever they want on the phone. They can hit it, they can mess it up, they can start over, they can change their mind, they can do whatever. No matter what they do, it's still going to come out to the outcome that you have pre-predicted, right? Now in the performance Geraint did, he did his cell phone number. So the girl types in all the stuff, she takes that, dials that number, and it ends up being his cell phone number. Now he performs this on his phone, on his calculator, but this could be done very easily on a spectator's phone, very easily. No, like you would need one little tiny extra step and nobody would notice it. So I really enjoy non-toxic, which is really good. And then Fate 2.0 is the very last effect, which is an updated version of Geraint's, kind of like his premiere effect. That was kind of the effect that people really got to see Geraint shine, because Geraint is a really clever dude, and it's an updated version. So if you've seen Fate before, this is Fate 2.0. So with that being said, on the DVD, all three really good effects. My favorite workable piece of magic that I really am excited about is non-toxic, and that's just my personal preference. I mean, they're all good, but that's the one I'm most excited about to start utilizing. And what's great is it's impromptu, so it's in your repertoire at all times, and we all carry our phones around at all times, so there's no reason why you couldn't do this effect. So with that being said, that's the Eden Project. Now let's take a look at a live performance of Seattle's Finest by Christopher Wiehl. Okay. All right, what's your name?
Rhonda.
Rhonda, hi, how are you?
Fine.
So I have a, we're traveling, like I said, we're all from Vegas. So sometimes you need to pick me up on the road, you know what I'm saying? Like some coffee. I don't like coffee very much, so all I need is a little bit, okay? So you guys know what this is?
Creamer.
Creamer, right? Milk, right? Sugar and a coffee bean, right? Okay. Check this out, watch. We're gonna take a little sugar. Open it up, and then the sugar is going to go right here into the hand, right? Okay. The coffee bean, right? Okay. Goes right there in the hand. And lastly, the creamer. Watch. We take the creamer, just push it right there with the other stuff. She's impressed. But check this out. Look, inside. Now there was creamer inside, but now the sugar's gone and the coffee bean's gone. If you open up.
Oh my gosh, I'm impressed.
And then if you look inside,
there's coffee.
Now there's coffee inside, and you can.
Neat? There you go.
That's all you need. That's all you need. That little pick me up. You know what I'm saying, Rhonda?
Right. That's cool. That's cool.
Thank you guys so much. All right. Okay, so that was a live performance of Seattle's Finest by Chris Wiehl. I love this effect. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. It's fun, it's simple, it's organic. It's like, it matches all my criteria for good magic. It's very easy to make, so let me step back. The download you get, it's a download. It's not very expensive. I have to get from your favorite dealer. It's because it's a download, it's only 8 to 10 minutes, I think. But it's very clear, everything you need to learn. He doesn't skip over anything. It takes probably, I mean, he takes a couple minutes to make it on camera, but once you know what you're doing, it literally takes like maybe a minute and a half to make it. And what's cool is you could also make a couple of these at a time. If you're a restaurant performer, a strolling performer, or you just plan on doing this a lot, you can make them, put them in your bag, and you're ready to go. So it's very easy to make. Chris does a really good job teaching everything, teaching you the handling, the performance, everything like that. But the greatest thing about this is just how organic it is. I mean, if we really think about it as a magician, you know, who doesn't love coffee, right? Coffee is such a niche thing these days. Like, or the coffee's niche, coffee is such a popular thing these days, right? We're the whole cliche of going to Starbucks all the time. Who doesn't love coffee, right? And the fact that you're making a tiny little shot of espresso right there in front of them with a creamer that could easily be from off their table, which is really nice subtlety, right? So you can take their creamer, and what's great is you show your hands empty, you then close your fists, he pours the sugar in, he takes the coffee bean, puts that in, or the coffee, and then he takes a creamer, smacks it in his hand, and now there's coffee, right? This makes sense. He's making a cup of coffee. It just makes sense. I love it. I love that it makes sense. He has a great little subtlety that I want to point out on the performance. If you missed it, if you went and watched the performance and you missed it, he has this great subtlety where you pour the sugar, put the coffee bean, smack it, but then you keep your hand in a fist like there's still stuff here. And he's like, oh, and he licks his thumb like he has sugar on it or something, and then he shows his hand empty, right? But it doesn't go, hey, ta-da, it's empty, right? It's super subtle, but people are immediately going to think that there's still something in here, right? And then it's gone, and you're like, but besides that, I really don't have anything bad to say about this. I really like it. I think it's super practical. It's very easy to do and to make and perform. It's not one of those tricks where you get it and you're like, oh, I'm gonna have to go get 15 things to make this and I'm gonna take 12 hours. It's not. You need like 2 things to make it that you have at your house, and it takes a minute to make it and you're done. So I have really nothing bad to say about it. I really enjoy it. Go check it out. Seattle's Finest by Chris Wiehl, and yeah, there you go. Alright guys, so that was Unwrapped. Thank you so much for watching. Hope it was informative. Hope you enjoyed it. If you've watched Unwrapped before, you know every single week we give away last week's prizes, and how you do that is you subscribe to this channel at Murphy's Magic. You must subscribe, and you comment below on last week's video telling me what you liked and what you didn't like about both of those effects, which last week's was the Definitive Guide to Restaurant Magic, a book, and the CTM Card to Mouth Sharpie DVD and a gimmick. And the winner of this week's prizes is Sean Sutton, S-U-T-T-O-N, right? Congratulations. Go to facebook.com/Murphy's Magic Supplies, shoot us a message, and we will get you your prizes. Congrats one more time. If you would like to win this week's prizes, which once again was Seattle's Finest by Chris Wiehl, and The Eden Project by Geraint Clarke, do the exact same thing. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. It is a rule, so I do check, so make sure you subscribe. And comment below in this video, tell me what you liked, what you didn't like about both those effects. You can comment on, you can give me a mini little review on it if you want. You can comment on being in Oklahoma, and it's very hot here. Sun's like right there in my face, or you can do whatever you want. So just comment below. Let's have some fun. Let's hang out together. Let's chat. I'll reply back to you. I'm gonna start doing that more. If you comment on Unwrapped every week, I'm gonna talk back. I'm gonna be like, what up, home girl? I mean, you're probably not a girl, but like, what up? You know, and it's gonna be fun. So get at me, talk at me, and I'll see you guys next week.